It's time for the S&box news. Everything in S&box is totally broken again. This week was Pain Week. Every single S&box add-on was broken and had to be fixed and re-uploaded. In the games list, there's only a handful of games that are actually working now. And the in-game add-on spawner menu is totally empty. Shaders have been updated and are now considered a resource. This comes with a couple benefits. The biggest one is they can now be uploaded to Asset.party, so they can be used by other people in their games, maps, and models. Here's an example of M-Toon Shader that somebody ported to S&box. It's a anime toon shader. It's crazy. Here's what anime characters look like with the default S&box shading compared to this M-Toon Shader add-on. That's crazy, wow! Also with this update, the file extension for shaders has been changed from .vfx to .shader. There's a new custom client input system. Now, this is not what you would expect. From my understanding, this does not allow you to create custom keybinds. Instead, it's a refactor of how the input system works. You can technically create custom inputs, however, I don't think you can actually assign those to buttons on the keyboard. It's just used to improve coding workflow. There's also a new system for how cameras work. Cameras have been changed again. These are mostly changes to how things are coded. You're not going to notice anything in-game, except for maybe your field of view. The systems for field of view have been updated, so the game might look a little different depending on how wide your monitor is. However, I don't think this will be very noticeable to most players. Also, if you're wondering, this weird texture bug is just a thing that happens sometimes in S&box. There are new hammer add-ons in S&box. Oh, wait, they're actually all broken. Okay. Currently, none of them work right now because of the Pain Day updates. However, we can now upload custom hammer entities to Asset Party, and we can use them in our maps. For example, this could be used to make something like a custom elevator entity that goes up multiple different floors, and it fully controls the doors and is fully functional with all the different buttons. Making an elevator like that would take 34 hammer entities, and it would be such an annoying, painful task to do. But doing something like that is relatively simple if you're coding it, and we can do that now. Previously, we just couldn't have custom map entities. The entities had to be included in the specific S&box game that we were playing, otherwise we just couldn't do it. So this is a huge change for maps, and I'm very excited to see what people make. I'm probably going to make a custom elevator. There's another mapping related change. Blend materials now render properly in-game. For the past 5 months or so, blend materials in S&box have been rendering incorrectly. They were the wrong color. That would cause a ton of weird scenes in levels. For example, on my map Metro, the ground would be a different color from the debris piles, and it looked super strange. But that's now been fixed. Because levels are finally rendering properly now, I decided to upload my map Stockyard. Now, I made this map 7 months ago, but there have been so many different S&box bugs that the map just didn't look right, and I didn't upload it. But now, almost all of the bugs have been fixed, and this map is now publicly available for anyone to play in S&box. There are still a couple bugs that I need to work out, like the lighting in this room got messed up, and I don't have any sounds in it yet. However, I think this map looks pretty decent, and I'm really excited to see what people think about it. It's crazy. Wow! Oh my goodness! It's so realistic! Whoa! There are still a couple S&box bugs that are causing maps to look wrong. The baked fog is actually still broken. Apparently it was fixed, and I think it's fixed in most cases. However, it's still broken on this map. On my screen, for a lot of the lights in this level, the fog didn't even bake, but it worked on some of the lights. And apparently for some people, the fog looks like this. So, not really sure what's going on here. I'm sure it'll get worked out eventually though. Anyways, that's it. That's all the S&box news.